In a Facebook group the other day, somebody posted something that they were going through with their family, and I want to talk through the dynamic a little bit and my take on what's going on there. So the person was saying, I'm assuming it's a woman because it's a mother's group, that she gets along with her mother, but she doesn't get along with her sisters. Two sisters, very negative, very toxic, has no interest in being in a relationship with them. But what happens is when she invites her mother along to something, her mother will bring one of her sisters with her. And her mother's trying to force her to reconcile with her sisters. And she has no interest in reconciling with her sisters at all. And she was asking advice on, how do I actually deal with it? How do I tell my mother that her bringing my sisters along isn't okay? Because I've got my child's birthday coming up and I want to invite my mother, but I really don't want her to bring one of my sisters along. How do I deal with this? And there were a lot of comments going, sit your mother down, be really assertive with her, tell her it's not okay, and be very clear. Now, from reading this post that she put up, there's a few things that became clear to me. This is not the first time this has happened. This seems to be an ongoing problem. So sitting down and talking at this point without looking at the why behind it, it's not going to do anything other than continue the toxic cycle that's been happening. This is a toxic cycle that's happening. Everyone's entangled. Everyone's got their own stuff that's going on and nobody's really dealing with what the actual issue is. So my advice was, what must your mother be feeling to go against your wishes and bring her daughter, your sister, to a party that she wasn't invited to? The mother must be feeling one of many things, and I can't say what it is that she will be feeling because I would need to actually talk to her about it. But the mother must be feeling guilt, shame, that her daughters aren't actually talking to each other. Has she failed? Does she feel like she's failed as a parent? Does she feel like that if her daughters aren't speaking, then she has to choose sides? She doesn't actually know how to navigate with her daughters not speaking. If her daughters aren't speaking, does she feel really unsettled in herself? Like I was saying before, like that failure, does it actually trigger something really deep within her? What was her family like when she was younger? What was the dynamics of that family like? There is so much in here that this is why we do the work of family constellations. So I was like, goodness sakes, please have a look at this work. If not with me, with somebody else. It was created for exactly what it is that you're going through now. You've got to find the why behind the behavior. When somebody's triggering you in your family, you've got to really look at what's going on for them, what caused them to do this. Not negating your own feelings and your own triggers are very valid, and they're all information for your healing as well. But your first aid, your first level is awareness. Look at why it is these people are having these behaviors. So if you've been triggered by something like this during Christmas time, step back and get that awareness. What must be going on for that person for them to have that kind of behavior and do something that you know is not okay with you? Even if you don't have a family constellation session, what you can do with that awareness is have different conversations and say to your mother in a heartfelt way, I'm really interested. What happens for you when we're not talking? What consequence does that have for you? What feelings does that bring up for you when we're not talking? And then you can have a real conversation with your mother and you can actually strengthen that relationship. And then you can understand what's going on and you can find the win-win situation in it all. So if you need support and help navigating something that's happened in your family over these last few weeks, then please reach out, because I am completely available to support you through these processes. And I can give you tools and awareness. We can do the family constellations work so that you can actually have a really beautiful and stronger relationship with your family. You can book with me via the website or shoot me a DM, because I would really love to work with you.